I was 24 when I met Lisa. She was 31, single mom to a 5-year-old boy, and way out of my league at least. That's what I thought at the time. She had this effortless confidence, the kind that comes from living through enough messes to stop caring about what people think. I was drawn to that. We met at a bar. I was out with my friends, trying to look cool, and she was already a few drinks in, laughing with her coworkers. She caught my eye. I caught hers, and before I knew it, we were talking. She made the first move. Said I was cute in a baby-faced way, but seemed like I had an edge. I wanted to prove her right. It started casual weekend hookups, late-night drives, and long drunken conversations where she'd tell me about her past. Her ex-husband was a controlling asshole. She'd cheated on him a lot. She admitted it with no shame, like it was just another thing that happened. I should have seen the red flags right then. But I was young, stupid, and too caught up in the way she made me feel wanted. I moved in with her after a year. It felt like the right thing to do. Her kid liked me, she needed help with rent, and I wanted more time with her. But things started unraveling fast. Lisa loved to drink. Not the social kind of drinking, the kind where she'd wake up with a hangover on a Tuesday, swearing she'd cut back, only to do it all over again by Thursday. At first, it was fun, wild, and exciting. Then it was sloppy, embarrassing, and exhausting. She'd come home wasted, barely able to get her kid ready for bed, and I'd pick up the pieces. She'd pick fights over nothing, throw things, cry, apologize, and then do it all over again. I thought I could help her. I thought if I just loved her enough, supported her enough, she'd change. I helped with her son, paid for things she couldn't, kept the house together when she wouldn't. She'd have moments of clarity where she'd swear she was done with the partying, done with the drinking, and I'd believe her every single time. 6 years. That's how long I stayed. 6 years of promises. 6 years of telling myself it wasn't as bad as it seemed. But it was. I caught her texting other guys, brushing it off like I was crazy for being upset. I found out she had hooked up with someone during a girls' night while I was at home watching her kid. And still, I stayed. I told myself she needed me, that I was the only stable thing in her life. Then, one night, everything changed. She came home drunk, not just tipsy, completely out of it. Her son was staying with her sister, thank God. I was sitting on the couch, waiting, already knowing we'd have another fight. But she was different this time. Cold, distant. "We need to talk," she slurred. I braced myself. Another excuse? Another apology? Instead, she just said, "I don't love you. I don't think I ever did." It hit me like a brick to the chest. I just stared at her, waiting for her to take it back. She didn't. "You're a good guy, but you're not what I want." I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because after everything I had done for her, after all the times I forgave her, she was the one ending things. The irony was unreal. She went to bed like it was nothing. I sat there for hours, thinking about all the time I had wasted, all the warnings I had ignored. The next morning, I packed my bags. She didn't try to stop me. It's been 3 years since I walked out of that apartment. 3 years of unlearning everything I thought love was supposed to be. Looking back, I wonder who the real lost cause was, her for never changing, or me for believing she would.
I knew my husband loved our daughter more than he loved me. That was obvious from the moment she was born, but over the years it became something else, something obsessive, something unhealthy. She was the spitting image of his late mother. I thought that was sweet at first, that maybe it made him feel closer to the woman he lost too soon. But then I started to see it the way he looked at her, the way he hung on her every word. It was like she wasn't just our daughter, she was his second chance at something, at someone. He spoiled her rotten. Every toy, every dress, every little thing she wanted, he got it for her. When she was 5, I tried to teach her that we couldn't always have what we wanted in life. I told her no to a piece of candy at the store. She pouted for a minute, then ran straight to him. And just like that, he handed it to her with a smile. I tried to talk to him about it later, told him we had to be on the same page, that discipline was important. He just waved me off and said, "She's just a kid. Let her be happy." By 10, she knew how to work him like a puppet. If I said no, she went to him. If I punished her, she cried to him. And he always took her side. Always. When we moved into a new house, I thought we'd finally get the master bedroom we deserved. A place just for us. But no, he insisted she have it. It's bigger, he reasoned. She needs the space. I asked him what we needed. He just laughed. She grew up believing she was the queen of the world. Private tutors, designer clothes, vacations wherever she wanted. For her 18th birthday, he got her a brand new high-end car fresh from the dealership. I was still driving the same beaten-up old thing from a decade ago because, according to him, we couldn't afford a new one. But somehow, there was always money for her. When she didn't get into her dream college on a scholarship, she barely blinked. She just looked at him and said, "Dad, you'll pay for it, right?" And he did. Every single cent. No hesitation. When I tried to talk to him about making her work for something in life, he snapped at me, told me I didn't love her the way he did, that I wanted to see her suffer. But that wasn't it. I loved her, I still do. I just didn't want her to turn into this. Now she's 26, and guess what? She barely speaks to me. She only calls her father when she needs something, money, favors, whatever, and he gives it to her without question. He doesn't see the pattern, or maybe he just refuses to. I told him once, "You created this." He looked at me with such disgust and said, "You never loved her enough." It broke something inside me, because I did love her. I still do. But love isn't just throwing money at someone. It's discipline. It's teaching them right from wrong. It's preparing them for the real world, not sheltering them from it. And now I have no idea how I let this happen, how I lost control of raising my own daughter. And the worst part, I don't know if I'll ever get her back.